to Megan Baker, Jakaya Davis, and Alexis Worrell. Controlling things is Elliott Forney, getting it back to Osojoglu with a little bit of pressure on her. Rolls out of play, however, but a good attack from Paige Luke, that other forward in the four pairing of the forwards for Binghamton. An early corner for the Bearcats. It'll be Anna Buckwalter. Oh, nope, excuse me. Rather, it is a Lehigh to bring it out of play. Thought it was going to be Buckwalter in the corner. Buckwalter, we mentioned in our open, and certainly someone that we're keeping our eyes on, and someone I think everyone is keeping their eyes on the field. Obviously a dangerous player. 5 goals last season, scored twice in that opening match against George Washington. Ball just in front of the Bearcat bench. Back to the keeper, Rebecca Kessler. Continuing with the starters for the Bearcats in the midfield as ball sent into the attacking third for Binghamton. In the midfield, Olea Blanco-Ravada, Bella Brown, Anna Buckwalter, as we mentioned just a moment ago. The defense for the Bearcats, Allison Falvo, Sophia Garofalo, and Brooke Herber. We'll have more on Herber and Garofalo in a moment, but now for Lehigh as they send it into their attacking third and taken away by Binghamton as they look to move upfield. At the midline is McCollum. A one-touch and a header. Starters for the Mountain Hawks. Up front is Elliott Forney, Sophia Liss, and Amina Barua. The forward trio for the Lauren Calabrese-led Mountain Hawks. In the midfield, Summer Hill, Taylor Latini, Kat Pluck, and Paige Place. And then the back line of Macy McCollum, Catherine Cunningham, and graduate student Faith Dobashevitz. Goalkeeper today, as she has been for most of her tenure at Lehigh, is Maggie Osojoglu, as you see right there, squeezing that ball. And we'll put it into play momentarily. Right foot stolen away by Binghamton. McCollum looking to turn upfield. Sending it down to the foot of Davis. Davis all the way in the corner with Cunningham on her. Davis, another great player for the Bearcats last season. Coming into this year, represents the second leading goal scorer from the returners last season. 5 on the campaign in 2024. 10 points for Davis. Forney putting it back in play. Call him once more. This will be another match that will really test Lehigh early on. They, as we mentioned, had that 3-0 defeat against the University of Maryland Terrapins on Thursday night. Bhattacharjee spoke about that match against Maryland and mentioned that matchups like that can really test a team and they can really play in a team's favor despite the outcome. Shot on in a goal for Binghamton. Paige Luke with that right foot, and it's 1-0 Bearcats. Boy, it looked like it was going to be played out in midfield for a bit, eventually squirted back in the 18, and Luke, wasting no time, putting it in the top left corner. First marker of the season for the forward. And it gives Binghamton the 1-0 lead. Just over 40 minutes left in half number one. McCollum trying to trap it, but it rolls out of play. So it'll give Binghamton possession. Coming into this match, Calabrese knew that Binghamton was going to be a tough team. They have a great resume under Bhattacharjee. And like we mentioned in the open, they have to stick to their values, model accountability, teammate to teammate, player to coach, coach to coach. They have to do the little things right if they want to try and have success today against Binghamton and every game moving forward in this 2025 slate. A throw-in stripped away from Binghamton. There is the goal scorer, Luke, with Dobushevitz on her. Just in front of the Bearcat bench, trying to bull her way through the line, and eventually on the foot of Luke. Ball sent down, looking for Davis. Davis with Cunningham. Davis with a shot. And Osajoglu able to get her mitts up at the last second and stop it and send it out of play. But it will be a corner for the Bearcats. First corner opportunity of the day for Binghamton. It'll be Buckwalter running over to take it. And Buckwalter, I was starting to say, a decorated player already in her sophomore campaign. Named America East Rookie of the Year last year. 5 goals, 3 assists in 2024. Page Place. She was the first freshman in conference history to claim 5 America East Player of the Week honors. So Anna Buckwalter, certainly someone that can be very dangerous in today's match. Forney to Cunningham. Little catch, and now up, looking for Page Place. It rolls out of play, so Lehigh retains possession. Beautiful conditions for women's college soccer today. A couple of clouds in the sky. Bit of a balmy day, 85 degrees. And speaking to Bhattacharjee earlier this week for the Bearcats, he mentioned that on these warm, sunny days, it's going to be paramount that we monitor our energy levels and try and save ourselves as much as we can. Not wear ourselves out early on in the match. Already with a 1-0 lead thanks to a goal scored just about 5 minutes in by Paige Luke. Sophia Liss, one of the handful of seniors for Lehigh. McCollum on the throw-in, elects to go behind her to Dobushevitz. Bit of an awkward pass, eventually getting on the foot of Forney, and Forney a blast up, but no one home. So it'll go the other way for Binghamton. Taking it down the middle is sophomore Summerhill, getting it off now to Liz. Liz with a chance to do some damage. goes outside the lines. Well, we mentioned earlier in the Open, this Lehigh team not having much success last season. Just 3 wins on the campaign, 16 goals in total for the Mountain Hog offense. Good enough for last place at season's end in the Patriot League. And in 2025, that was how they were projected to finish in the preseason poll. Binghamton on the flip side, a corner for Lehigh. Binghamton on the flip side shared first place in the preseason poll in the America East. So clearly members of the media thinking very highly of this Bearcat squad. Barua trying to steal it. Here's Liss with Page to her right. Getting it in the middle to Summerhill, and now down. They try to test Kessler, but off to her left. So not much doing, but it will be a corner for Lehigh's second one of the match. And going down to take it will be Kat Pluck. Pluck, one of a handful of sophomores for the Mountain Hawks. Both arms raised skyward. She sends it in. Down on the grass. Rolls out of play. And for the Bearcats, as we mentioned, a storied program. We'll get to that in just a moment, but first let's take a look again at this beautiful shot by Paige Luke. You can see a couple of ping pong action inside the 18 and then blasting it home in the top left corner for her first marker of the campaign and giving Binghamton that 1-0 lead. But the Bearcats, well, they have the pedigree to be picked number 1 in the America East preseason poll, but they also returned a bunch of players, and they have a mix, according to Neil Bhattacharjee, a good mix of experienced players and newcomers to the Bearcats. 9 freshmen to be exact, 1 transfer on this Binghamton roster. And he said of the freshman class that really anyone can contribute starting out of the gates, but it'll be a handful of players that they'll really look to start something. Mackenzie Brotherston, he mentioned by name, has an opportunity to make an impact starting in game 1, has a big left leg. Don't be surprised if she gets some minutes later on in this one. Clock ticks, just under 32 minutes left to play in half number 1. Very glad you could join us for match number 1 of the season for Binghamton, and first time at home in 2025 for Lehigh. Forney with a header. They throw in for Falvo. Falvo, one of 5 seniors for the Bearcats. Whistle now, and it'll be Forney to send it back in play. 2 shots on net for Binghamton early on, none for the Mountain Hawks. McCollum down deep in the corner, but rolling out of play, and it'll be a goal kick now for Kessler. Kessler, the junior goalkeeper from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, saw a decent amount of action last season. 9 games to be exact. And that was the experience that Bhattacharjee alluded to earlier this week. They really want to try and lean on that experience as much as they can in order to have success in 2025. Latini with the ball in her possession. Gives it to Dobashevitz, put a turnover, and it's Luke once more, but Forney stopping it just in front of Osujoglu. Good awareness by the transfer, Forney. Elliot Forney, the junior transfer from Rutgers. Dobashevitz. Good steal from Binghamton. Give it right away, however, it's Summerhill now. Hill trying to knife her way through 2 defenders. As we await the reset in half number 1, it's 1-0 Binghamton. Just over 29 minutes left in half number 1. Follow the Patriot League on social, on Instagram, X, YouTube, and LinkedIn, all under the handle @Patriot League. And for more Patriot League content, follow us on TikTok @Patriot League TV. It seems like TikTok is the way of the world nowadays. Ball rolling out of play. It'll be a throw-in from Catherine Cunningham. Looking for a teammate. Finds one in sophomore Summerhill. A pop-up and a bounce to Kessler. Still no shots on net for Lehigh. A steal from Cunningham. Forney doing battle with Luke. Losing the fight, so it'll be Binghamton possession. Looking for more opportunities. Shevitz getting it around Davis. Just too long for Latini. Back to the keeper, Kessler. Never too early to take a look at the rest of the conference for either teams. This isn't the only Patriot League team in action today. Temple taking on Navy down in Annapolis. Holy Cross doing battle with Northeastern. And Colgate taking on Buffalo. All those games just about got underway a few moments ago. More Patriot League action tonight, and we'll bring that to you when we can. But for now, we'll focus our attention on this match between Binghamton and Lehigh. A good takeaway from Blanco Ravada. Good enough to strip the first-year Page Place. Osujoglu looking for an option. In the America East, UAlbany taking on Georgia earlier today. Final in Baltimore as UMBC topped Mercyhurst 1-0. A steal from Barua, and Barua tries to cut on in. Has Liss with her. Good block in the middle, and turns things over to the right foot of Jakaya Davis. A couple of other matches. You have Maine taking on Rhode Island. Bryant taking on Stonehill. New Hampshire facing off against Boston. And UMass Lowell squaring off with Merrimack. That match later on this afternoon at 4. Just under 25 minutes left in half number 1. A 1-0 lead still for the Bearcats as a turnover, and it'll be Paige Place trying to cut on in. Place in now, numbers 4, Hill with the run-up. Hill gets past one defender, a shot on net, but it's just a little too wide for Summerhill. A good chance for Lehigh, but going a little too wide, and it'll be a goal kick for Kessler. We mentioned on Thursday down in College Park for the Mountain Hawks. The bugaboo for them was they couldn't generate a ton of offense. Only 3 shots on net that entire contest. Forney now with it. Back to Osujoglu. Only 3 shots on net. Those shots going off the foot of Summerhill, Cat Pluck, and Liss. Summerhill with a good chance a moment ago in this contest, but nothing doing. Osujoglu trying to control traffic. The Patriot League is live on ESPN Plus all season long. Download the ESPN app or go to patriotleague.tv. Back into play. Good volley from the Bearcat offense, keeping it in there, attacking third. Getting it back in play will be the goalkeeper, Osujoglu. Osujoglu, the veteran goalkeeper for the Mountain Hawks. Played in almost every match last season. A 2.19 goals against average in 2024. Off the head of Summerhill. Liss wins the fight. And a Bearcat down on the grass as we'll keep an eye on that, but for the moment, it's Barua in the attacking third. Barua with 2 defenders on her. A shot gets blocked momentarily, but now it's Liss. And Liss curving it on into Kessler. Swallows it up with 2 hands. And now the Bearcat down on the grass being attended to. Not a good sign for Binghamton as that's Brooke Herber. Bhattacharjee, in talks with him earlier this week, spoke very highly of Brooke Herber. Said that she has such a strong leadership and a strong voice in the locker room, and that's what you really need from your center backs. He mentioned that their goalkeeper graduating last year, so they really need to rely on that back line, and Herber specifically, if they want to have success on the opposing team's attacking third. A little under 22 minutes left in half number 1. still no shots on net for Lehigh. 2 for Binghamton, 1 going in, as Paige Luke able to get up and walk off with the help of the Binghamton trainer. We'll see if she can try to stay in this match. As we mentioned, she's a huge part of this Binghamton defense. Paige Luke with the only marker earlier on in this match, just about 5 minutes into the contest. Goal number 1 of the campaign for the forward. For Lehigh, pretty much their only opportunity so far came off the foot of Summer Hill. That ball went just wide. Sophia Liss with a chance as well, but that one eventually swallowed up by Rebecca Kessler. So Lehigh not generating much offense early on in 2025. As both teams run back onto the pitch. Not exactly sure who came on in favor of Herber, but we'll bring that to you when we can. Meanwhile, a big punt to midfield from the keeper Kessler. Headed back to Dobushevitz. It looks like the freshman Mackenzie Brotherston replacing Brooke Herber. And that was something else that Bhattacharjee mentioned earlier in the week. A lot of these freshmen are so versatile, they can play multiple different positions. On the roster, she's officially listed as a midfielder, but obviously playing on the back line because of the Herber injury. Here is Brotherston, trying to send it down the wing to a Bearcat teammate, but eventually rolling out of play. Some substitutions for the Mountain Hawks. Trotting onto the pitch for the first time at home is number 3 in white, Tori Okorodudu. And number 22, Lola Wojciechowski. Calabrese trying to get her first years onto the pitch as early as she can this season. Now Luke with another chance for more action offensively. Luke dancing on Forney. Trying to cut on in. Here's Luke once more in a shot. Oh, it goes off the woodwork. A block from Forney. Good positioning from the junior transfer. And eventually out of play. Oh, a golden opportunity that was squashed from the stingy Lehigh defense. Back in play, here's Brotherston. Stripped away from Summerhill. Keeping things in the attacking third is Blanco Rivada. Brotherston again. Sends it down to Megan Baker in front. And that one goes by the wayside as well.
Yeah, it's a 15. I think it's good then.
A corner opportunity for the Bearcats. Looking to add one more as the clock ticks under 19 minutes left in half number 1. Buckwalter to take it. Offense lining up in the box. A header right to the hands of Osujoglu. Some great chances offensively for the Bearcats in the attacking third, but the Lehigh defense keeping this a 1-0 game. Osujoglu off the grass and punting it to midfield. Now Savannah Connor, another one of the first years for Lehigh, onto the pitch for the first time at home. It'll be Osujoglu to send it back into play. Five shots on goal for Binghamton, still none for Lehigh. And officially 4 saves for Maggie Osujoglu. Summerhill trying to track it down before it goes the way of Binghamton. Brotherston with the throw-in. Cutting on in the middle is the Bearcat attack, and eventually on the foot of Buckwalter. Blocked down by Dobashevitz, but Buckwalter once more with Cunningham on her. Brotherston sending it in. Lehigh picking it up defensively. Giving chances to Binghamton, but not letting anything go past Osujoglu. If you remember that great chance for the Binghamton offense just a moment ago, the ball going off the woodwork and eventually off the foot of Forney as Forney gets dragged down to the pitch. Forney telling her teammates to move upfield. Pretty emphatically, I might add. Looking for an option. Forney to send it in. That big right foot of the Rutgers transfer. Connor trying to trap it down now. Here's Okorodudu. Hill turns around. Sending it central. Forney giving it away, a bad pass, and now Osujoglu having to come up and corral this ball. McCollum and Dobashevitz. Dobashevitz just in front of the midfield line. A Mountain Hawk tripped up and onto the pitch is Connor. Savannah Connor, one of a number of first years for the Mountain Hawks. 7 to be exact. So both of these teams with a handful of newcomers this year. 7 first years for Lehigh And as we mentioned, 9 freshmen for the Bearcats. Both teams with 1 transfer each. Good pressure applied from Jakaya Davis, and Elliot Forney just sending it out of play. Some cloud coverage now on Ulrich Sports Complex as the wind picks up a little bit. So they take a break on the pitch. We'll take a break on the broadcast. Keep it right here. It's Binghamton with a 1-0 advantage over Lehigh. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN. Ryan McGettigan with you. Either of these teams taking a water break with the temperature being what it is, 86 degrees. We mentioned there was that slight breeze that came in just before the break. Well, as I check my weather app, 87 now registering here at Bethlehem. A throw in for Mackenzie Brotherston after the break. We mentioned that these two teams have not faced each other since 2016. That 2016 matchup was a 2-0 victory for the Mountain Hawks right here on this same grass. Lehigh currently on a 3-match winning streak against Binghamton. That ball knocked down by the official. Got to be aware of everyone on the pitch, even the officials at times. There's a ball sent down to Labissiere, trying to keep it in play. Does so, but a good display of defense from Mackenzie Brotherston. Forces a corner for Lehigh. Pluck trotting over once again. Lehigh with the 5-2 advantage against Binghamton in their last 7 matches. Trying to make it 6-2 in their last 8. Ball eventually goes out of play. And now an injured Mountain Hawk. Not sure who got it. It's Elliot Forney holding her head with Sonogo right next to her. Not exactly sure what caused it. I was looking down at my notes, but Elliot Forney appearing to hold her head neck area just to the right of the Binghamton goal. Binghamton, as we mentioned, in their season opening match. No stranger to opening the campaigns on the road. In the past 10 season opening matches for the Bearcats, 7 of them have been on the road. Coincidentally, all 3 of their season opening matches at home have been wins. And those matches have all come against St. Bonaventure. So it'll actually be a penalty kick now for Cat Pluck. So Pluck with an opportunity to knot this match at 1. Kessler taking her time, moving back in her crease. Pluck with her Lehigh teammates behind her. Awaiting the whistle is the sophomore Pluck. Sends it in off the woodwork, but it goes in off the foot of Cunningham. Catherine Cunningham knotting this match at 1, her first marker of the season. Just under 13 minutes left in half number 1. It's Catherine Cunningham getting the rebound off the woodwork and putting it off her right foot ever so gently into the back of the net. Not sure exactly what caused the penalty kick, but that whole sequence of events, the penalty kick that went off the woodwork and then Cunningham putting it in the net, and now Lehigh looking for more. Tracking it down is Binghamton. Here's Barua to strip it away. Connor at the midfield line. Abby Lee Sunogo to settle things down and send it back in play. Instructions being given out by the Lehigh bench. Sunogo sending it in play, a booming right foot. Brotherston giving chase, so is Labissiere trying to keep it alive. But the watchful eye says out of play. So a goal kick for Kessler. All tied at 1 apiece thanks to Catherine Cunningham. And Cunningham and Davis watching it roll out of play. It'll be a throw-in from the goal scorer, Cunningham. Sunogo, one of the captains for this Lehigh team, tracking it down now, an errant pass off to Luke. Luke with the chance in the middle, and McCollum sending it out of harm's way. Horn blows, and that means more substitutions for Binghamton. Trio of Sydney Krempaski, Sam Brett, and Ali Victoriano. Cunningham now. Victoriano was another player, another freshman that Bhattacharjee spoke very highly of earlier in the week. Said, don't be surprised if she gets some run in the first match of the season. Gives us a big spark coming off the bench. So no surprise, we see her coming off the bench in this situation. Mountain Hawk knocked to the pitch. It's McCollum. Just under 9.5 minutes left in half number 1. Pleased that you could all join us here on the Patriot League on ESPN. Ryan McGettigan with you. 1-1 after a Paige Luke marker not even 5 minutes into this match. But Catherine Cunningham, some time ago, off a penalty kick, rebound off the woodwork. Osujoglu just picks it up off the pitch. Not in any particular hurry with the match knotted at 1 apiece. A header at midfield. Settled down. The senior Abby Lee Sunogo trying to spring the run-up of Cindy Labissiere. Labissiere, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, led the way offensively last year with 3 tallies. Bouncing back out to McCollum. Errant pass stolen away from Victoriano. And eventually rolls out of play, so a throw-in once more from Cunningham. Labissiere, a steal again from Victoriano. And as Bhattacharjee mentioned, giving that big spark early on.
Yeah. Okay, want it.
Bhattacharjee going with one more substitution with just over 7 minutes left in the first half. In our conversation, he mentioned that he has such a deep team, and it's such a luxury because he can pick and choose at any point in the game who he wants to plug in. Brotherston's corner goes well out of play. Joglu getting it into first-year Eden Freeman Warren. Freeman Warren knocking a Bearcat to the pitch. And the Bearcat faithful in attendance today not liking that. But the officials swallowing their whistle. Errant pass now on the foot of Cunningham. A handoff to Sunogo. Good move by the senior. Rolling out of play.
All the way, yeah. All the way back to where that guy is with
the... These two teams with one representative each from our neighbors up North Canada. Jakaya Davis hailing from Ontario.
No, it's a critical game, I said if he wants next one.
And Esther Broussard from Montreal.
If it's like a random throwing, then no. That affects the game probably.
Cutting on in for Binghamton was Martillo. Sunogo, a good header in the box. And keeping it out with a right foot is the steady presence of Abby Lee Sunogo in the back line. Falling down was Freeman Warren, so McCollum getting this out of play. But it'll be a corner for Binghamton. Just over 4 minutes left in half number one. A chance for Brotherston and the Bearcats to add one more before the horn blows for half. Ball sent in on the ground from Brotherston. Latini trying to get it out of the attacking third for Binghamton. A couple of bounces in front of the Lehigh bench. McCollum awaits as Lehigh sets up their offense. Latini doing battle just in front of the Bearcat bench. Another throw in. Throw in for McCollum. I think Binghamton thought the ball was going their way. It'll be a free kick, rather, for McCollum. Two and a half left to play before halftime. Wojciechowski. Ball sent out to midfield. Lauren Clark with an opportunity. Sent up off the left foot. Brett trying to corral it for Binghamton, but sent out of play by Cunningham. Brotherston trying to work quickly with the seconds dwindling in half number one. McCollum. Here's Connor with a high pop up to the midfield. Okorududu giving chase. Now back to the keeper, Kessler and Garofalo. Wojciechowski, a great move in midfield to keep it alive for the Mountain Hawks. That pass stolen, and now we flip the other way. Victoriano. A good move around the goal scorer, Cunningham and Freeman Warren. Victoriano still with some energy, but eventually falls to the grass. Picked up by Sophia Miller. Miller sending it in. Clark had an opportunity, but eventually rolls out to Labissiere. Officially under 1 minute left in half number one. Let's see if either team can get another goal. Labissiere tripped up. That'll be a card, I believe, awarded to Brotherston. Let's take another look at it as Brotherston tripping up the junior Labissiere. So the first card of the day issued to Mackenzie Brotherston. 43 seconds left, a free kick for Sunogo. The Lehigh offense trying to move upfield. Latini trying to corral it. Great move to spin back. Cunningham already has one marker on the day. "20 seconds left in half number one. It's Latini in the midfield. Pluck and McCollum. Seconds ticking away in half number one. It's Okorodudu with a chance, but eventually stripped away from Brotherston. And that is how half knotted up with Binghamton at 1 apiece, thanks to a Catherine Cunningham marker with just about 32 minutes gone by off a penalty kick from Kat Pluck. Binghamton in the attacking third, stripping it away from the first year, Wojciechowski. Jakaya Davis, a couple of Mountain Hawks on her. Binghamton still applying pressure, but eventually swallowed up by Osujoglu. Rolled out to Dobashevitz and now Freeman Warren. Good move by the first year. Sends it down, rolling, giving chase is Connor. And pressure applied, rolls towards the crease, but will run out of steam. And Kessler will kick it out of the box. That one, if it had a little more steam from Savannah Connor, I think could have been a dangerous situation for Kessler. But Kessler showing her speed, getting back to the ball before it could present any kind of trouble for the Binghamton netminder. Freeman Warren on Baker, winning the battle as she strips Baker. Connor with it. Going cross field and finding a teammate. It's Barua. Sonogo now. One of the Lehigh captains. Davis knocks it out of play, so it'll stay with the Mountain Hawks. Goes out of play once more. We mentioned in the halftime break, officially 7 shots in the game for Binghamton. 5 have gone on net. And of course, the Paige Luke goal was the one that went past the outstretched Osujoglu. Luke placed it ever so perfectly in that top left-hand corner. Represented the first marker of this match and happened not even 5 minutes into the contest. Here's Sonogo. Some pressure applied by Davis, knocking the senior to the grass, and now Davis with the chance. Davis with some teammates blocked down by Dobashevitz, and tripped up was Davis. Davis slow to get up. Sonogo tried to keep pace with the youngster Davis. Take another look at it as they had to backtrack in Sonogo, trying to do anything she could to keep it out of the possession of Jakaya Davis. But it'll now be a penalty kick for Binghamton. Megan Baker will take it for the Bearcats. Baker with 2 markers last season. Scored in back-to-back games against UMass Lowell and Vermont. Baker off the pipe. Put in off the foot of Alexis Worrell. And it is a 2-1 contest. Hot shot off the foot of Megan Baker. Went off the pipe, hit the bottom of the bar, but bouncing out. And at the right place at the right time, Alexis Worrell registering her first goal of the campaign. So Binghamton goes back in front. So the two most recent goals scored off of PKs. Catherine Cunningham besting Rebecca Kessler in half number 1 off a cat pluck penalty kick. And moments ago, Alexis Worrell with the benefactor of the rebound from the Megan Baker penalty kick. Almost played by the hand of Sonogo, but gets it out to Connor in the midfield. And now Freeman Warren. Pushed to the grass by Paige Luke. Luke, one of the goal scorers today for Binghamton. So it'll be Eden Freeman Warren to take the set piece for the Mountain Hawks. A chance to knot this game up at 2. A little too far, rolls in on Kessler, and she has to fall to the ground and stop the ball from rolling in. Either team putting good pressure and testing both goalkeepers often in this match, but it's Binghamton currently with the 2-1 advantage. Now a pass offside on Paige Luke. Line judge, the very watchful eye going into that attacking third for Binghamton, whistling that play down on an offside. So it'll be a chance to move ahead for the Mountain Hawks. Waiting to come on the pitch is Sophia Liss. A good turnaround from Barua. Barua still with it. Eventually loses possession, runs out of real estate. Brotherston slow to get up for the Bearcats. It'll be Falvo descended back in play for Binghamton. A stoppage now as some issues with the scoreboard here at the Ulrich Sports Complex as we return now to play. Falvo goes back to Kessler and now Garofalo. So Sophia Garofalo looking to move up field, that booming right foot. As the Bearcats come away with it, it's Worrell again. Worrell in front. Sonogo blocks that crosser down. But Baker with it. Baker trying to test Osujoglu off the woodwork once more. Sent in again, but well wide off the foot of a Bearcat. Another great opportunity for Binghamton. Osujoglu calming things down for Lehigh. Good pressure applied from the Bearcats. A quick interception, but well wide on the turnaround attempt from Paige Luke, and she couldn't believe it. Had a great opportunity wide open, but nothing doing for the Bearcats. Osujoglu boots it out. Wojciechowski with a header. Osujoglu has to run up and pick this ball off the pitch. Liss. A pop-up. Place trying to corral it. Now here's Cunningham running over. Barua. Barua trying to best now Falvo. Rolls out of play, so it'll be a corner for Cat Pluck. Fourth corner of the contest for the Mountain Hawks. And as Lehigh sets up their offense, aiming to knot this contest up at 2. Pluck, the sophomore. Ball sent in. Off the head of a Bearcat defender, and now Paige Place. Settling it down is Connor. Connor with some trouble tries to send it into Kessler, but eventually kicked out. And rolling and bouncing ever so slowly outside of the lines. A throw in now for Freeman Warren. Another great opportunity off the corner. Savannah Connor had some defenders around her, still tried to get the ball off, but eventually knocked down and sent out of harm's way. Back at the midfield line is the Lehigh defense. Freeman Warren sent to the pitch. Davis on Abby Lee Sonogo. Far corner now as Sonogo tries to push off Davis. Sending it up with the right foot was Freeman Warren, and now Paige Place. Place turns things around, sends it off to Cunningham, the lone goal scorer for the Mountain Hawks. A steal for Binghamton and a chance to turn upfield. On the far side is Luke, the most recent scorer for Binghamton. Brotherston, blocked down by the official yet again. So that's now the second time that exact play has happened. It happened in the first half where Lehigh tried a crossing pass in midfield, but it was knocked down by the official. Cunningham, but the Bearcats still in their attacking third. A great move, but eventually sails to the right of Osujoglu. Just under 33 minutes left in regulation. conference match between Patriot League Lehigh and America East Binghamton. Luke trying to steal it for Binghamton. Garofalo with Connor applying pressure, and now back to Kessler. A bunch of green grass for Bella Brown.
Bella, great work to go wide out there. That's awesome, Bella. Good job.
Baker will take this throw in for Binghamton. Megan Baker started that goal sequence most recently for the Bearcats, took the penalty kick, went off the bottom of the crossbar, and eventually found the foot of Worrell, went in the net. So that's how we stand at 2-1, the Bearcat lead. Baker looking for an option. Throw in once more. Garofalo trying to send it to Davis. Here's Baker getting tripped up. Ball sent in the middle, eventually rolling outside the line. And now a substitution for the Mountain Hawks. It'll be Latini trotting on to replace Paige Place. Sujoglu calming things down. Surveying the field. Here's Latini. Wojciechowski and now the Bearcats. Latini starts it up for Lehigh. Latini trying to find Barua, but eventually rolls out of play. That pass a little too far for the run of the junior Amina Barua. Barua, the local from nearby Easton, PA. A decent season last year in her sophomore campaign, 2 goals, put 12 shots on net. Trying to get more into the offensive game this season. Just about 29 minutes left in the second half. Binghamton with a 2-1 advantage thanks to Alexis Worrell's first goal of the campaign. The goal scorers for either side, Paige Luke and, of course, Worrell for Binghamton, and then for the hometown Mountain Hawks, Catherine Cunningham. Either team looking for more offensive chances in this second half. It's been leaning more towards Binghamton as they've had a little more chances in this second half. Lehigh trying to go upfield, awaiting this Freeman-Warren throw-in. Latini corrals that throw-in. Cat pluck there to stop it from going in the midfield. Eden Freeman-Warren dazzling move to try and get it to Connor. Another throw in for the Bearcats. Either coach praising their squad's preseason so far. Bhattacharjee mentioning that it's been a decent preseason. We've seen a lot from our newcomers, and the good thing about Binghamton is they don't start classes until this Tuesday. So Bhattacharjee mentioned to me that they've just been focusing on soccer so far. And that's a good thing, especially for the freshmen, as they can just focus on one thing and one thing only. He mentioned that it'll be tough come August 19th. But for right now, it's just soccer mode. And pretty much the same thing for the Mountain Hawks is they actually don't start classes until next Monday, August the 25th. So their first 3 matches of the season are before their first class even begins. The ball with Abby Lisanogo and now Dobashevitz just behind the midfield line. After today's contest, Lehigh will travel down to the city of brotherly love and take on LaSalle August the 20th. That a 7:30 start time. Wojciechowski now with it. Wojciechowski trying to send it in and goes a little too high. But a great chance for the Mountain Hawks. It'll spring another corner. The Bearcats, meanwhile, after this contest in Bethlehem, PA, will return home for their home opening matchup against, you guessed it, St. Bonaventure. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast that they've opened on the road 7 of the last 10 games. And 3 of the games they haven't opened on the road have come against the Bonnies. And they've all been wins. So they can try and make that 4 wins over St. Bonaventure when the Bonnies come to Vestal, New York on August the 21st. Some changes for either side. Labissiere trotting on the pitch for Lehigh. Just over 24 minutes left in half number 2. It's Binghamton with the 2-1 advantage. Kessler trots back. And an errant, just low pass. Pressure applied by the Mountain Hawks. Summerhill almost had a chance at that ball. Now Forney back onto the pitch for the Mountain Hawks. Good to see Elliot Forney back on the pitch after she was roughed up in half number 1.
Sophia!
Sam Allen, the throw-in for Binghamton. As you heard the sophomore a moment ago, she wanted a particular teammate to throw it into, but eventually knocked out of play. So another throw-in for the sophomore. This time a high, long throw-in to the foot now of Latini, stripped away, but back to Forney. Cunningham with a run-up. The Ball batted around in midfield, back to the junior Cunningham. Stolen away, knocked to the pitch was Victoriano. A whistle, and that'll be a set piece for the Bearcats. .22 minutes left to play in regulation, a 2-1 advantage for Binghamton. And Binghamton with a chance to go up 3-1. Believe it's Brotherston to send this in. A big left foot from the freshman. Sailing it far and out of play. So a goal kick for Osujoglu, but not before a substitution for the Bearcats. It'll be number 14, Isabella Martillo. Martillo, one of a handful of seniors for Neil Bhattacharjee. Labissiere trying to pick off the pass from Victoriano. Freeman Warren, and the ball rolls out of real estate. So kicking it back to her goalkeeper, Osujoglu. Will reset on the pitch, but one more substitution for Binghamton. Worrell departs. It'll be Paige Luke coming back on. Allen, a pop-up in the air, but Freeman Warren controls it. Here's the Bearcat offense now in the attacking third. Garofalo with it. Garofalo looking for a teammate, trying to send it into Osujoglu. Knocked down. Oh, a big hit on the goalkeeper, Osujoglu. I believe that was Davis roughing up the netminder. And for Davis, got a good piece of Osujoglu, and that forced the yellow from the officials. So the second yellow of the day for Binghamton. This time it's the sophomore Davis. Pretty good chance off the foot of Garofalo sending it in, but just a little too far for Osujoglu to come out and play it. And, of course, forced a card for Binghamton. Going past everyone is Victoriano. Saving it at the last minute was Osujoglu. My goodness, down to the grass. But what a play by Ali Victoriano, the freshman. Going past everyone, sprinting with a head of steam. Certainly something that Neil Bhattacharjee might smile at, even though they didn't get the result they wanted to. Shows him some potential in his first year. Now here's Allen. Allen sends it in once more to test Osujoglu. All over that one, however. Lehigh trying to get something going offensively in this second half. 18 minutes left to play in this home opening match for the Mountain Hawks. It's been all Binghamton offensively in this second half. Forney, a one-touch to Latini, trying to go cross-field and find Freeman Warren. Settles it down, cuts it in the midfield to Forney, and Forney trying to turn around on Victoriano. Gets knocked down to the grass, and now an interception from Paige Luke. Paige Luke, one of 2 goal scorers for the Bearcats today. That ball rolling and being controlled by the netminder Osujoglu. A nice breeze here at the Ulrich Sports Complex blowing in now. More cloud coverage. Stolen away again. Here's Brotherston with the run-up and a chance. Trying to find Paige Luke, but that pass a little too far. We'll take another look at that save, but look at the effort from Victoriano. Osujoglu saving it at the last second, actually having to reach behind her legs to get it. But Victoriano with a great effort to split the Lehigh defense and force that offensive chance. We'll step aside here at the Ulrich Sports Complex. It's a 2-1 advantage for the Bearcats. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN. Patriot League on ESPN. Ryan McGettigan with you in this 2-1 advantage for Binghamton in their season opening match against the Mountain Hawks. It was Paige Luke opening the scoring for the Bearcats after a blistering shot bested Maggie Osujoglu in the top left corner. Good enough for the first marker of the game today. Then Catherine Cunningham responded later on in half number 1 with a marker of her own, her first of the campaign, knotted things up at 1 apiece. But a moment ago in this second half, just after the second half got underway, Alexis Worrell scored off a penalty kick of Binghamton's. So that's how we sit at 2-1, the Bearcat lead. Both teams trotting back onto the field after the water break, again, due to the high temperatures here at Ulrich Sports Complex. About 16 and a half minutes left to play in the match. A matchup between non-conference foes, Lehigh out of the Patriot League and Binghamton out of the America East. Forney trying to move upfield for the Mountain Hawks and eventually stripped away from Brotherston. And hitting the pitch was the freshman. Binghamton looking to start off strong in 2025. We mentioned in the open, a very dangerous team out of the America East. They've averaged 6 or more wins in every season since 2016. Have gone deep in the America East tournament. Last made the America East finals in 2022. Looking to get back to that championship match. And for Lehigh, just looking to get back into the tournament last year. A down year for the program, just 3 wins overall. Here's Eden Freeman turning upfield. A bunch of green grass in front of her, and now Barua in the near corner. Barua a pop-up, but the crosser out of play. So it'll be Kessler to send it back in. The Mountain Hawks picked to finish last in the Patriot League, won the preseason poll, came out just a few weeks ago. The Bearcats snatching a share of first place in the America East preseason poll. Cunningham. Osujoglu had pressure applied, but kicks it well out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bearcats. Down in the far corner, shot in, but corralled by Osujoglu. Lehigh, as we mentioned, has had success against this Binghamton team. 5-2 in their last 7 matches against the Bearcats, winning 3 of their last 3 matchups. Trying to go 4 in a row, but currently have their work cut out for them, down by a goal with just over 13 minutes left to play in regulation. Barua trying to strip it away for the Lehigh offense. It'll be the first-year Eden Freeman Warren to throw it in once more. Knocked to the grass is Barua, and Kessler Cunningham comes up to steal this pass. Looking for another marker. Martillo sends it off to Allen. Baker. Baker to a teammate in Miller. Martillo, and behind the midfield line is Garofalo. The Bearcats in no particular rush, looking for their first win of 2025. Swing and a miss. Horn blows as we await the throw-in, and trio of substitutions for the Bearcats. Martillo, Miller, and Victoriano depart. Replaced by Buckwalter, and going down to the far corner is the goal scorer, Worrell. Another change. This time is Davis running on the pitch in favor of fellow freshman Sam Brett. Davis, the 5'7" forward out of Mississauga, Ontario. One of 3 Bearcats named to the America East preseason all-conference team. She was joined on that team by Anna Buckwalter and Sophia Garofalo. And Davis, 5 markers last year in her freshman campaign. Just under 11 minutes left in the second half. Knocked to the pitch is a Bearcat. A whistle and Binghamton will retain possession. Taking the set piece will be Brotherston. Don't be surprised, Bearcat fans, if you see a lot of that this year. Bhattacharjee mentioned she has a booming left leg and can really do some damage. Sends it into the box. A chance, but off to the left of Osujoglu. Now under 10 minutes left. Lehigh will have to hurry if they want to try and come back in this one. Barua turns around to midfield was Brotherston. Worrell, and she can't trap it in play, so it'll roll out for the throw-in of the first-year Freeman Warren. Garofalo. Garofalo descended in. Knocked down by Okorodudu. Latini with it, and now Barua kicks it up. But eventually rolling out of play. Throw in as Forney tries to control it for Lehigh, and she does. Off to Page Place and now Cunningham. 8 minutes left in regulation. Forney had it skip up on her for a moment, and that pass a little too far, curved just off to the right of the run-up of Summerhill. Dobashevitz a header. Latini tried to track it. excuse me, that was Cunningham who tried to track it for the Mountain Hawks. And now the run over for Barua, but the whistle, and Binghamton awarded possession. Garofalo descended in. The booming right foot of the junior defender. Place Hill with it, and now a run up from Taylor Latini with teammates next to her. Taylor Latini looking to spark something for this Lehigh offense. It's Paige Place in the box. Paige Place, the first year. Place a shot, but it gets knocked down. Latini had a chance knocked down as well, and will go the other way. Some more defense on display for the Bearcats. Limiting Lehigh's chances in this second half. Oh, almost a breakaway opportunity for Worrell. But that was stopped by a Mountain Hawk. I believe that was Cunningham who actually hit the ground. Beg your pardon, that's Dobashevitz for the Mountain Hawks. As we take another look at it, the ball just skipped out to midfield, and Dobashevitz doing everything she could to try and limit the breakaway opportunity for Worrell. So Dobashevitz shaken up, being attended to now. A stop in play, as we'll keep it right here. A 2-1 contest between Binghamton and Lehigh. 7 shots on the board for the Bearcats. 7 that went in on Osujoglu. 1 save for Rebecca Kessler. 2 shots on the board for Lehigh, and 5 saves for Osujoglu. Dobashevitz still down on the pitch, being attended to by the trainer. Have to imagine that the instructions from Bhattacharjee to the Bearcats are just keep doing exactly what we're doing right now. You don't need to rush anything on the offensive end. Another chance would be nice, and another insurance goal would be nice, but we need to lock down defensively for this last 6 minutes and a second. For Lehigh, on the flip side, they need to get something going offensively. They haven't had many chances in this second half, really in this entire match. Against Binghamton, only 2 shots rather that have tested Rebecca Kessler. 1 that went in off the penalty kick from Kat Pluck. So Lehigh looking for some offense in this second half. It'll be Freeman Warren to take the set piece. Or as the official just dropped it rather, and Freeman Warren sent it back. So under 6 minutes left in the second half. Latini. It'll be a throw-in from Worrell. Rather, Baker. Baker, the junior two-way player officially on the roster, listed as a defense/forward. One of 3 captains on this Bearcat team. Shares captain duties with Brooke Herber and Anna Buckwalter. And Bhattacharjee mentioned that it's nice having those three as captains because they get representatives from the senior class, junior class, and sophomore class. Each captain has different strengths and different things they can bring to the table. So certainly that diversity leading the way for Binghamton this year. In the far corner, that was a chance by Lehigh. Running onto the pitch now. Some changes for the Mountain Hawks. It's Sophia Liss and Savannah Connor. Departing is Hill and also Barua. A corner with just over 4 minutes to play. Sent in, but sent above the net. If this score remains, it'll be the first win of the season for Binghamton. Lehigh would drop to 0-2. Connor with it. Connor tried with the right foot, but was blocked down. Pushes a Bearcat to the ground. Eventually stolen away, but now on the foot of Forney. Forney with it spins out of traffic. Dazzling move from the transfer, a hot shot, but not before Kessler knocked it down and eventually swallowed it. That might have been the best offensive chance for Lehigh in this second half. Kessler with a punt to midfield. The Binghamton captain Baker with a throw-in. Just over 2.5 minutes left in half number 2. Sonogo using Davis to springboard. Settled down and Buckwalder sent it in. It's Worrell. Worrell in the corner with Freeman Warren. It'll be a corner given to Binghamton. Binghamton with 2 minutes left. Clock stops as the official has some words with the junior transfer Forney for Lehigh. Worrell. And Binghamton, I think they will be content to just keep it in the corner. Up by 1 with less than 2 minutes to play. Just trying to play a game of keep away now. And for Lehigh, again, the time to strike is now. Cunningham, almost an errant pass. But it's Cat Pluck turning upfield in midfield. Now Sophia Liss will try to run up, but just a little too far for the senior Liss. So now a throw in for Megan Baker. 1:10 left in half number 2. Liss falls to the ground. Pluck with it. The goal scorer for Lehigh, Catherine Cunningham, cutting back upfield. Trying to send it to Sophia Liss, but can't keep it inside the line. So it looks like time will run out on the Mountain Hawks in their home opening match. Binghamton in position for their first win of 2025. Looking for more after Jakaya Davis takes it to the corner and tries to kill some clock. So Lehigh will drop to 0-2 in their non-conference schedule. Back-to-back losses to Maryland and now at home to Binghamton. And the Bearcat faithful saluting their squad after a 2-1